Hi, I'm Carla Trujillo. I'm 58 years old and I live in Sedona, Arizona. On March 9, 2017, I was diagnosed with cancer. A few months before that date that shocked me to my core, I knew something was off with my body. I had blood in my urine. I went to my local primary care physician, and after a couple of rounds of lab work and antibiotics, I was told, "There's no infection, but you still have blood in your urine." My physician told me I needed to see a urologist because it was either my kidneys or my bladder. So x-rays and a CAT scan were set up along with an appointment to meet with a local urologist. With x-rays and a CAT scan complete, I met with the urologist. "Good news," he says, "it's not your kidneys." Not so good news, you have a tumor sitting on top of your bladder. It's cancerous and it needs to be removed. He went on to assure me that my surgery would be an easy one. He would make a bikini cut, go in, remove it, and stitch me up. I wish all my surgeries could be this easy. I could do it with my eyes closed, he says. He told me that there is a very distinct difference in the way that cancerous tissue feels compared to healthy tissue, and that's how he would determine how he would go about removing the tumor from my bladder. He's the doctor, the professional, right? I put my trust in him, and we scheduled a surgery for as quick as possible. After that appointment, I'm in the parking lot, in the car, thinking to myself, how? I live a healthy lifestyle. I'm healthy. Wow, sure didn't see that coming. I have cancer. Now what? A couple weeks later, I have the surgery, and it does go well. A week later, my husband Terry and I visit the urologist to have the stitches removed and review the pathology report. It's a rather odd office visit. There's hardly any eye contact from the urologist, and he's distant. While he's removing the stitches, he tells me I'm healing very well, but it's small talk with no mention of the pathology results. So I finally ask, "Did the pathology results come back?" He says, "Yes, and we didn't get all of it. There's still microscopic cancer cells in your bladder. You'll need to go see a specialist in Phoenix or Tucson because this is more than I'm capable of handling. Your bladder will have to be removed, and you will have to wear a bag on the side of your body for the rest of your life. Basically, you are going to be a urinary cripple." Then after that shocking news, he quickly ushered my husband and I out of the office. Holy smokes! I still have cancer, and I'm going to be a urinary cripple? Now what? For the next 2 weeks, Terry and I start researching options. Doctors, cancer centers, whatever we could think of. Eventually, we make the decision to go to University of Arizona Cancer Center in Tucson. Tucson is far from Sedona. It's a 4-hour trip one way. My husband and I are both self-employed, and we knew it would make an impact on us financially. And yes, it has, but I needed to get in front of the best medical team we could find. On April 26th, we take the first of many trips to Tucson to start the meetings and visits with the medical team. We learned that I have urachiocarcinoma, a very rare type of cancer, making up less than 1% of all bladder cancers. There's no history, trials, or research available. So I'm thinking to myself, very rare type of cancer. Now what? Well, after 2.5 months of weekly travel to Tucson for numerous tests, lab work, and surgeries, they believe they have removed all the cancer. Awesome. And they were able to save my bladder. I have a full functioning bladder. But it's not over yet. Remember, there are no trials or history for your rachiocarcinoma. So now I will have to go through chemotherapy. Okay, chemo. Now what? Well, it will definitely involve more trips to Tucson. Basically, weekly overnighters for a 3-month period. I have not worked since March, and my husband has had to turn jobs away because he's unable to commit to the time schedules. This journey has been and will continue to be costly for us, and that's a burden. But there is also the burden of impact it has had on my family, emotionally, mentally, and physically. I have a beautiful, close, and loving family. I know my cancer has impacted all our lives, and we are all dealing with it our own way. My way? For the first part of my journey, I have been very quiet, telling only my immediate family and a small group of friends. The support from my family and friends has touched my heart. I know I am showered with love, prayers, and healing energy. I also know I do not share deeply on how I feel physically or emotionally. I have put up a good facade, even to myself. It's not like I wake up in the morning and say to my husband, "Hey Terry, let's talk about my cancer." As long as I don't talk about it, I don't have to feel it. At least that's the game I've played with myself. But the truth is, I am not emotionally releasing, and that's not healthy. So how can I better deal with this? I've got a great medical team. We continue to do our research, and the side effects of chemo are from here to here. I just don't know what the chemo process is going to be like. So my intent is to create a video diary so that I can share my thoughts and my insights and my emotions to you to create a dialogue. I welcome your comments, any tidbits of advice or information that can help all of us that are going through this overwhelming process called cancer. I look forward to your input, feedback, consideration, and support. It shouldn't be a journey anyone has to endure on their own. Until next time, peace.